I got a stick. Ooh, I got a stick. I got a stick.
Hello and welcome to a special Royal Coronation edition of the podcast. And I'm joined with Robert.
Hello there.
Ryan.
Abolish the monarchy.
Okay, no, Ryan's not on the podcast now. We'll kick him. Brandon.
Can you dig it?
And we're here to celebrate the crowning of Charlie at the preeminent royalist podcast on the internet. We love him. Fat Finger Charlie, he can't get enough of him. This episode we're doing Disney princesses because we've already done King. So we had to do something royal. And I guess it's got to be Disney princesses because otherwise it would obviously be, as good royalists, the People's Princess would win it, hands down, Diana.
That was Michelle mentioned last time, wasn't it, Diana?
Yeah, I mean, how can you not?
We've reused jokes before.
No, I think it's good. Good callback. Good
but yeah, this week we're looking at our favourite Disney princess. Do we want to go into some butt stuff first, though?
So,
some cheeky
speaking about
princess
some
butt stuff.
royal butt stuff, how many fingers do you reckon old sausage fingers can get in there to Camilla?
Did you guys remember when his sexts were leaked to her?
Pardon?
No?
I've not seen this.
So the one I remember, and I think it's the one most people remember, is he texted Camilla saying that he wished he was her tampon.
Oh, that's not. I mean, we don't kink shame on the podcast, but unless you're a royal, then we kink
I
shame.
can try and find the actual text in a second.
Does she say, "Don't you put those dirty beige sausages in me"?
Oh, if it's not clear, we're definitely not royalists. We're Republicans, I think, pretty much through and through.
For sure.
Rob could maybe be a royalist. I don't know.
No royalist here. I was actually talking to my granddad. I was talking to my mum this weekend, and apparently my granddad is kind of anti it as well. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got this granddad that doesn't think like every other sort of generation of that age, which is nobody works. The monarchy's where it's at. What's it with all of these men kissing men, girls kissing girls, that kind of stuff? Like, I'm actually quite impressed with my granddad, who's just a bit more new age. I'm like, hell yeah.
So I'm a big fan of your new age granddad, but I generally thought that conversation was going to go. Also, I found out my granddad's like a fucking royal or something. I was like, what?
No, he's not. He's definitely not. So I was quite very, very proud of you, granddad. Like, that's good. That's good.
Well done to Rob's granddad.
Shout out to
Congratulations.
Rob's granddad.
Should
He's
I
here
get him
tonight.
Should I get him on the phone?
Get him on the phone.
Amazing.
God.
We should definitely have grandparent guests on for those that can do it.
Yeah, that'd be quite good. That'd be good. We're just going to ring in just random people out of the phone book. We could just close our eyes and just randomly...
I mean, that would also be a great bit.
just phone some random person I've not phoned in the last
Would it,
sort of 4 years.
I don't know about the other three people in this chat, but I'm like the most anxious person on the phone. So be like, hello, this is a prank call from a podcast. Can you talk right now?
I
think
know.
the point of a prank call is you don't start saying, hello, this is a prank call.
I now really want Ryan's prank call section. If that's
that'll be really good. That'll be really good.
So I've shared the link with the transcripts of Charles and Camilla's conversations. Did we want to do them as like a dramatic reading?
Ooh,
Yeah,
can I
we
be
could do
Camilla?
that.
You can.
Yes.
It's partway down the page, the wonderful Cosmopolitan website.
Oh my gosh.
What did Charles say to Camilla about her tampon ? Full bold, straight in the middle of the page. This is our king and his daughter, his dirty talk, our king and queen.
Oh, I can't believe this. Who's reading this out?
no.
Are we actually going to read this out?
I mean, I can be Charles, and
Yeah,
I guess
okay.
Ryan
Ryan's
said
Camilla.
is Camilla.
Go on then. And scene.
Oh, stop. I want to feel my way along you, all over you, up and down you, and in and out.
Oh,
Particularly in and out.
hey, that's just what I need at the moment.
Is it? What about me? The trouble is I need you several times a week.
So do I need you all the week, all the time.
It's like a fucking
Oh
repository.
God, I'll just live inside your trousers or something. It would be much easier.
Ha ha ha, what are you going to turn into? A pair of knickers. You're going to come back as a pair of knickers.
Oh, God forbid a Tampax. Just my luck.
You're a complete idiot. Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Sorry.
This is like literally 3 pages.
No, you're nearly finished. It's not that far. Keep going.
Oh,
Yeah, we're nearly there.
We're nearly there. I'm nearly climaxed. Me and Brandon are baiting hard.
My luck to be chucked down the lavatory and go on and on, forever swirling round on the top, never going down.
Darling.
Until the next one comes through.
Oh, perhaps you could come back as a box.
What sort of box?
A box of Tampax, so you could just keep going.
You're supposed to be Camilla.
That's true.
Repeating yourself up, darling. I just want you now.
Do you? So do I.
Desperately.
And that was
Thank
our
you.
iteration of the Archers. I hope you enjoyed that little special episode there.
I mean, whoever's editing it should definitely put the Archer's theme in.
Can you tell I did A-level drama? Thank you.
Your voice went from
Thank you.
being like ladylike to just Charles.
Yeah, in the heat of passion, Robert, things happen, okay?
I was going to say, in the moment, I completely forgot what Charles sounded like. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do an impression. And then I was like, no, I just have to do some sort of posh guy because I have stage fright on a podcast, I guess.
It was perfect. Although going through that, I was really confused because it's supposed to be like sexy and everything. But in the end, I was like, does he just really want to be a tampon? Like maybe he just wants to be a tampon.
I think that's the case. I think he just wants...
I want to be like cottony. Fluffy? They're not really fluffy, I
mean-
wouldn't say fluffy.
But, you know, it shows they're just like us.
Oh, yeah. We've all been there.
Start sexting like that because I do a lot of that.
Hey,
fucking
hey,
crazy.
Brian, how's that yeast starter going?
Speaking of sexy talk, random. Yeah, it's still on its way, unfortunately. Things take their time to get from America, so hopefully by the next episode it should be here. And
It's going to be
if
dead
not,
by the time it gets to you, mate.
I don't know how yeast works. I'm not Nick. I don't like fake.
I'm pretty sure it would insist or something, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
no,
Isn't that how it
you can
preserves
you
itself?
can get it back, so it'll be fine.
You should make your first.
I mean, that's how dried yeast works, isn't it?
I spent like £3 on it, so I'm not going to cry if I end up getting a packet of like dead yeast in the post.
Brandon should be, for being so interested, he should be the first person to try your sourdough on the podcast live.
I'd do that.
You make it sound like it's going to be bad. Like, I can cook, Rob.
I'm not saying, well, who knows? It could be shit. Depends what you put in it.
Yeah, dude, let me eat bread. What's your problem?
I will let you, bread. You'll enjoy it as well. Right. Shall we enter the brackets, boys?
No, hold on.
Whoa.
We're still in butt stuff. We've still got stuff to do and some
We
butt
got
stuff.
butt stuff. We got Thanksgiving
sidetracked.
or whatever we're calling it. There's loads to get through. Yeah,
Thanksgiving, is that? That's a good. I like that.
it's not bad, is it? Yeah, we've got tons to get through. Which is why this
Anyone
podcast just
else?
goes into like 4 hours at this point.
Anyone else got any butt stuff they want to get off their chests?
Not off my chest, but I don't want to turn this into a gaming thing, but I finished Horizon finally after months of playing the blasted thing. I really recommend.
If we're looking for segments, we just do a weekly update of am I any closer to finishing Xenoblade 3? And the question is always going to be no, I'm not.
But yeah, Rob did finish a massive
done.
game. So Horizon,
Yeah.
the second Horizon game is over, but not the DLC.
No, I've done that. I'm not going to play that. I'll read it on Wikipedia.
No, you fucking cretin.
I've
There's no
heard
time.
that it's like the good part
Yeah.
of the game.
No, it's good.
Is the DLC.
It's just long. It's just long, right? Like you guys are all saying that it's that game is very Assassin's Creed. It's tick boxy, right? And the first game was like, no, what are you talking about? This game's amazing. And then playing the second one is like, oh my gosh, this is really tick boxy. It goes on forever.
I had that reaction even with God of War. Like I got a couple of hours in. And I was like, I'm enjoying the combat and stuff, but I don't want to tick stuff off a map at the moment.
You didn't finish God of War?
No, I haven't finished it. I
man.
started it. I was like, I don't like some of the writing in the second one. I think it's worse than the first one.
Yeah. Oh, this is the second one. You played the first one.
Yeah, I finished
Yeah.
the first one, but I mean the second one I've started, And like, I enjoy the combat, but the writing wasn't great, and it was ticking stuff off a map, and I was like, I don't feel like it at the moment. So it's one of those ones I'm going to go back to. I know Brandon's had fun with it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I agree the writing's not as good. It's on a bigger scale, which is cool. So I finished the story of that, had fun. Started doing a little bit of the tick boxy, go back, get all the shit, but it's come to be fucked. I think my biggest problem with that is the awful, like almost non-existent fast travel. So when it comes to backtracking and going through stuff and you can only go to a few set points around the different worlds, it became a lot of hassle, and I very quickly thought, I don't want to do this, and instead decided to start my ridiculous idea of playing through every Final Fantasy.
See, I tried that last year when the Pixel remasters came out, and I got to 3 and then got distracted by stuff. So hopefully you get further than that before getting distracting.
I mean, speaking of distractions, Breath of the Wild 2's come out today, so...
Tears of the Kingdom. I've got a sealed copy in the other room that I have not touched yet.
Why are you doing this podcast right now? You should be fucking playing that, mate.
I've had too much work today, and I knew as soon as I start it, I'm not going to stop. But also, our TV is in a room where my partner works, and she's got a big deadline coming up, and I'm a little bit scared to interrupt her.
But it is a Switch, so you can, if you feel like you
I don't want to play
really need to play it
handheld.
handheld, which is, I know, the worst thing in the world. That is just shit. Like,
if I had an OLED, then sure, but I've got like a launch day Switch, which sounds like it's taking off when it's just loading the menu now. So
Ryan, your computer's got someone to marry. Look at that.
Hey, I've got Brandon's old computer now, it's fine.
It's true.
That's true.
That's just missing a few screws, but otherwise it's great.
Hey, look, it served me well.
Yeah.
I did finally, just before the 16th entry comes out, play through Final Fantasy 15, which I started playing and then never actually finished on PC.
Oh.
It was free on the PS5, so it's like, well, I'll have another crack at that. I really like that game. I don't like the combat.
No.
I don't really like... But I like the boys. They're good boys.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Is the combat turn-based?
No.
No, it's the modern Final Fantasy action stuff.
Like Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake did it better. I also played the DLC, the PS5 DLC for that finally, and Yuffie is a fucking amazing character to play. Like, she's how that combat's supposed to work. But yeah, 15 is like an earlier version of that. It's fine. The combat is fine. Every character outside of the boys, out of the 4 main boys, is just not really filled in at all. But the capturing that sort of feeling of a road trip with your friends and male sort of friendship, it really does it really well.
Male friendship.
Like, phenomenally well.
Where they're like touching dicks and stuff. That sounds pretty cool.
No, they start a podcast.
There's
not a
a
podcast,
point. There's a point at the end where I was legitimately tearing up, which
that's cool.
is not often that a video game does that.
I think
It's
I
like
know
has
the
you
point.
pick your favorite photo and things. It's all really good. Do not give a shit about the main love interest, Luna. Like, could not care less. They don't do any development of her at all. She's just there for someone to go and rescue. But
Which one of the 5?
you threaten Prompto. You threaten Ignis. You threaten Gladio. I'm fucking coming for you.
Which one of the 5 loves the love interest? Or is it all of them?
Noctis, the main one, the
Noctis.
king.
I don't know what that... I don't know.
Then why ask the question, Robert?
Because like one of them or all of them? I don't know if it would be like a shared
Just one of
thing.
them. Just one, the king. It's like an arranged marriage thing. It's a little bit odd.
Oh, okay. Not like a spit roast thing.
Let's
right?
not get into the weeds of
That's the
Final
answer.
Fantasy 15. Come on, boys.
It's good, but I needed to finish that because I've finished all the other Final Fantasies I've played. I haven't played them all. And 16 comes out in a couple of months, so I needed to get 15 wiped off the board. And yeah, now I can move on to Tears of the Kingdom and feel guilty about not having done Xenoblade yet, like Ryan mentioned.
That game's enormous, and it makes me scared for the DLC as well.
I could have done it, but I played Resident Evil 4 Remake about 6 times, so...
Last bit of gaming chat, like, I'm 100 hours into Xenoblade 3, and I'm nowhere near the end. And it makes me sad, anxious, slightly happy, but sad and anxious most of the time.
I think, yeah, the nice thing about Final Fantasy 15, 50 hours to, like, do all the side quests and shit. If you just did the main quest, I think it'd take you 30 hours tops.
Will 6
which is
be the
normal
same
game
sort of
length.
size, do you think? Because then I'll play it.
So, no, I'd probably not.
Oh, Great. Okay.
To be fair,
see.
most Final Fantasies.
They're on the shorter end of JRPGs.
Yeah, they're not too bad. There's obviously always tons of side content, more so in the later ones, and sort of optional super bosses and all of the shit that can build up the hours. But if you were just purely going for story, a little bit of leveling and side content, probably about the 30-hour mark, give or take, is around average. Some a little more, some a little less. Final Fantasy 1 that I finished, smashed that bad boy out in about 9 hours for the platinum.
Oh, nice. That's the right amount of size for a game.
And I had a great time doing it as well.
No, it's a phenomenal game still. I still love 2 as well. I think the leveling system in 2 is great. Like, I know people don't like it. I really enjoy it.
I love it. I'm pretty deep into 2. There's probably not too much left for it, but yeah, I just spent an hour early on just abusing that level system, and then everything is a joke, and that's how I like to play Final Fantasy, is just being a god.
Yeah. The thing I love about playing them in order is you can see where they were like, oh, we want to make a game that's based on Dungeons and Dragons, and they had a crack at that. And then 2, they were like, okay, now let's actually try and put some story in here, and they started trying to do that. Like, you can see the development through. You can see them trying stuff out. That's pretty fun, pretty good.
Should we talk about things that we enjoyed for the past week before we go into ripping each other apart?
Positive segment that we
it had a name.
We don't have a name for Thanksgiving.
I think it had a name. Brandon came up
but
with
no
a
one's
name.
going to listen back.
I don't know what it's called. No, we didn't use it last time. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know. Positive affirmations or something like that. Some shit. But anyway, I won't go first this time. Somebody else.
Something
can
about
go.
peaches.
Peaches.
I'll go first.
Go on then, mate.
Because why not? I'm supposed to be hosting this week, so I'll go first. I think mine this week is going to be sci-fi classic movie from 1994 that I rewatched for the first time in like 10 years the other day. James Spader and Kurt Russell in Stargate, the movie.
That's incredible.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It's so yeah, it is. It's really good. Obviously, so that was originally supposed to be like the first of a trilogy, I think. Basically, they find the Stargate in Egyptian ruins, and turns out the Egyptians were being ruled over by a parasitic alien race called the Gold. They open the Stargate, go through it to Adifos, another planet, and they go and like liberate them from Ra, the alien, by putting a nuclear bomb on his spaceship and blowing it up. So blowing a pyramid up in orbit. It's really good.
Gives the Covenant back their bomb.
Yeah. Just sci-fi movie. Kurt Russell's just fantastic in it.
Kurt Russell's got an amazing haircut in that film. Holy shit.
Just the fucking buzz cut is so good. The fact that the movie opens with him like holding a gun ready to kill himself because of his son shooting himself with the gun. And then like years later where they spun it off into Stargate SG-1 because they're like, well, we're not going to make the movies, so we'll make the TV shows.
That's what I remember.
Which then ran for like 10 seasons.
Yeah, I used to be super into Stargate SG-1.
Yeah,
on Sky.
It's good.
It's really good.
I mean, they had to recast Kurt Russell and James Spader because they didn't have that sort of budget anymore. But they did an alright job. But they keep like referencing back to the movie itself, so it's definitely worth watching.
Also,
the
guy who plays Teal'c in Stargate SG-1 is the voice of Kratos in God of War.
Christopher Judge.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Christopher Judge is
cool.
Teal'c and is Kratos.
Does he say boy a lot in that as well? Or
No.
Duke.
I mean, I've started rewatching SG-1. I'm on like episode 6. Like, it's something to put on while I work. And still a good TV show. Yeah. Who's got something that they like this week that they want to highlight?
Well, my original plan was going to be Final Fantasy, but I've kind of already covered that, so I should really do something else. So instead, now I'm a busy man, right, making money moves all the time, so I ain't got time for silly things like reading books. But what I do have time for is listening to an audiobook when I'm stuck in traffic going to and from work. So I've been getting big into Audible, shout out, not a sponsor.
I don't think Amazon need ours.
Yeah, Bezos is doing
I think
okay.
they're fine.
But either way, you're welcome. And so I guess generally, Audible, pretty good, right? But I am currently probably about 60% of the way through a book by Stephen Fry that is all about Greek mythology and stuff like that, called Mythos.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
That sounds
It's
awesome.
good. It's very good. It's
What's
a
it
lot
called?
of Mythos. By Stephen Fry.
yeah. It came out a few years ago. It was just after Neil Gaiman did the North mythology one. They were like advertising it together in parts.
Yeah, I'll probably check that out next so I do like Norse stuff. But yeah, it's real good. It's not entirely just Zeus fucking things, but a good chunk of it is. It's good, man. It's clever. And he also does a lot of referencing of, because we get a lot of different words and stuff from the original Greek words and their gods. And so it's like, oh yeah, this is the god blah, 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 which is what we use today for the word, like, I don't know, medicine, whatever, you know. And so there's a bit of like history and how that stayed with us and evolved over time as well. It's cool, man.
Just like Stargate.
Yeah, that's actually true. So yeah, it's Mythos by Stephen Fry.
I love Stephen Fry. He's a fucking legend.
See, I was going to say the opposite. Like the longer I used to love Stephen Fry, the longer time goes on, the less I like
No,
him.
I love it. Jeeves and Worcester, mate. I watched that shit as a kid. I was a wee
That's it,
kid.
but his,
so
like,
good.
As a person, like his opinions,
Oh, I've not seen anything about his opinions.
I'll happily listen to him talk on script or read a book or whatever. But as soon as he starts saying what he thinks, I'm naff.
What is he also said something? Why is it that all these fucking you think lovely people say this shitty stuff? What's he said? Who's he?
He's not said anything
What minority
that bad.
is he
It's
stepped
fine.
on?
He's no. I mean, he's been out in the media very pro-royal at the moment, but that's
Yeah, but a lot of people
That's
are,
him.
mate. And it's generational, isn't it? So this isn't that.
oh wow. Actually, it's like 49-51 on all of the surveys. Like it's closer than you think.
No,
Yeah,
really?
I found out Nick Cave was a royalist this weekend, and that broke my heart because Nick Cave is like the coolest man in like indie circles. But
I
he's a
thought you
fucking
said Nick
massive royalist.
Cage at first.
No, it's Nick Cave with a V, not a G. I'm sure Nick Cage is abolitionist.
I mean, he's probably convinced he is.
Oh,
a royal.
yeah.
I think he is.
But Nick Cage is a fucking legend. So is Nick Cave, but slightly less now.
I still haven't got around to watching that movie with Pedro Pascal where he plays himself. that
Yes,
need to watch.
I watched that. I watched that on a
Unbearable Weight
flight.
of Massive Talent.
It's-
I need to watch that.
It's really good. I'd
Really
recommend
good.
it.
My dad said it was very good, yes. So
It's got Pedro Pascal in as well, who's a fucking legend, so that'd be good.
Not a
Daddy,
twink, but
yeah.
also hot. So there you go. The official Ryan Mark seal of approval.
what would he class as then? Just miscellaneous attractive man? Do they have a niche?
He's a daddy. He's a zaddy.
Just
isn't he?
just
Zaddy.
call him a daddy.
A
That's fine.
zaddy?
I don't know what zaddy is over a
Zesty
daddy, but I've
daddy.
seen it a lot on TikToks with him in.
Check you out down with the kids on the TikTok.
Look at his TikTok.
A zaddy is a man with swag who is attractive and fashionable.
Oh, that's
That describes me, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
The zaddy of the
sure.
podcast. We've got the podcast daddy Jack. Sorry, then we've got the podcast zaddy Ryan.
I'll take it.
Go on, then, Ryan. You can go next. What have you enjoyed?
It was my birthday this week. I've had some other nice experiences this week. That is the end. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Bosh, wank, and cheese. Let's go. Happy days.
In that order.
That's all you need for your birthday.
Just nice stuff. Nothing. You
Yeah.
had nothing. You're not. That's it. Just nice stuff.
No more comments.
be just nice
this
stuff.
time.
Just innocent stuff.
Just innocent stuff.
Right, okay. Well,
Innocent stuff.
we'll leave that up to everyone's imagination there.
Sorry, mate. Okay.
Are we moving into
No, because
the
I haven't
first
said what I
product?
enjoyed yet. Bloody
Yeah,
hell, give
Rob,
us a sec.
spark some joy, mate. Go on, get it.
Real quick.
Oh.
One of my favourite, if not the best artists that have ever lived. Daft Punk's 10th anniversary of Random Access Memories is out today.
Oh, yeah.
And it
Oh,
is
shit.
fucking bangerino with the 35 minutes of extra content. And they've got music video out. And it's fucking... I miss Daft Punk so much, boys. You have no idea. Like, it is...
Is it the best release today?
But what do you mean? What best
Most
release?
anticipated release today?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. It was everywhere, mate. Everywhere. In Paris.
I mean,
they
it's
have
not going to be in Tears of the Kingdom.
No, probably not. No, that's a fucking show.
But yeah, no, I love Daft Punk, and I was watching the video earlier as well.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, and it wasn't opera because there was a couple of episodes ago because we said that Thomas Banglater, one half of them, is now doing other music. It wasn't opera, so I got that totally wrong. It was ballet. It's ballet he's doing, like music for, and it's good. I've listened to it now, and it's very, very good. So give it a go. But yeah, 10th anniversary of Random Access Memories. Fucking pop it on your fucking hi-fi, and then listen to that, and then listen to all the discography, and love it. It's good.
Or do what I did at one point during the pandemic and just listen to Instant Crush over and over again until the pain goes away.
It's a good fucking song.
Mine was Something About Us. I listened to that so much just for the guitar
Just
riff.
watch Interstellar again and again and again.
That's so good. So
good anime.
There we go. So that's mine. Go on, you can go now.
What are the brackets?
There was something else I was going to say before that, and I can't remember what it is. Oh shit! This is terrible podcasting. But yeah, no, we'll go into the brackets, and I'll interrupt at some point.
Well, the brackets are opening with Ryan and my fine self, followed by Jack versus Roberto.
Toy Story all over again, bud.
Don't. Come on, we've got away with this so far. Don't make him angry. Come on, it's not worth it.
Is that actually? Yeah, I did just randomise it. That's just the same as last week, the other way around.
It's the same, but in the opposite
direction. But that's fine.
But I'm still angry about last week. I still think I'm right.
I think I'm right. I think I'm definitely right. I bet a lot of other people think that as well.
Yeah, well, I bet more people agree with Lord of the Rings. Anyway, Ryan, would you like to start, or shall I break this can of worms open?
It should have come down to Lord of the Rings versus Discworld. That's all.
Oh, here we go. Right, I'm going to be really quick. I don't know a lot about Disney princesses, so I thought I'd go with a fairly left-wing option. Go with Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. She's the only black Disney princess, and I think representation matters. There is my issue. There we go. Done. That's my argument.
Is that it? Yeah. Have you seen the film?
Nope.
In and out, breaching clear, not seen the film. Right, okay.
Not seen the film, but I think representation of other people apart from the white heteronormative is cool. There we go. Done and dusted.
I mean, I watched it in the cinema. It was a fucking great film, and she's a very good Disney
I
princess.
watched it in cinema. It's got some good songs.
Almost there.
And,
Banger. Good song.
Yeah.
Very good song.
This is a good time to also say I don't like those kind of films because I don't like the songs, so kill me. That's fine.
When you say you don't like the songs, Ryan, is it the fun you don't like? Or
I went to see
is it?
Moana and was genuinely disappointed when they started singing. I almost left the cinema.
Yeah, but that's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I fucking hate
No, that's
Lin-Manuel
in
Miranda.
Canto, you dong dong, not Moana, was it? I thought
No, Moana was him.
Lin-Manuel Miranda did Encanto. Did he do
No.
Moana as well?
I think he
He did both. I thought he just did Encanto.
I swear he did. I remember seeing loads of stuff of him and The Rock, like, doing tour stuff about it. Yeah, songs written by Lin-Manuel
Holy
Miranda.
shit. They're awesome
Mark
songs. What are you
Mancina
talking about?
and some Samoan name that I'm not going to try to pronounce because I'd butcher it, but they also contributed.
They got Jermaine Clement to play the crab and sing a song about being shiny, and it was an absolute banger. I was like, it's
Pretty
like
rad.
watching PG Flight the Conchords. It's great.
It's one of those miserable hills that I'll die on. Like, I genuinely do not give a shit about the songs in Disney films. Apart from Mulan, which I'm sure we brought up at another time, but I was going to bring up Mulan, but I do want to bring up that because I think it is a worthy cause to bring up. There is my argument. Brandon, if you will, unless we can take questions from the floor.
Well, I mean, you could... What's wrong with representation of Chinese people?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was probably a pig.
You're picking one over the other.
Oh, here we go.
Devil's advocate, let's go. Also, I love the fact that he's just said, I'm going to go with, Princess Tiana, and that's it. And when I did that with the Marvel superhero thing, I've actually forgotten his name now.
Spider-Man, how do you forget Spider-Man?
You
Not
also
Spider-Man, it's
got
actually Miles Morales.
your options
Morales.
name wrong, I
You're wrong,
believe, but yeah.
But don't you shout at me for that. Now look what this boy's doing. Like, he's doing the same thing that I did.
agree.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I will say, Ryan, I sort of... For most of the early Disney stuff, I agree with you. I think the later Disney stuff, they do mess around with genre in a way that...
True.
If you don't like one movie, I think you probably like the songs in another. Like, especially Princess and the Frog, where it's really jazzy. Like...
It's good.
It's good stuff.
She works hard as
It's a
well.
fucking good
She works
vibe,
really
that
hard.
movie.
She's a hard worker. Everyone should want to be her. Well, I'm not going to work multiple jobs, though. Just one for me. But hats off to her for doing that. Hold on, Ryan doesn't have a clue because he's not seen the film.
I have no clue, mate. No clue.
I've not seen it, but
Oh, you've not seen Prince of the Frog? Okay,
no, I haven't.
There is a princess, there is a frog, there's some problematic voodoo stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, I did read about that on the Wikipedia page, so yeah, ignore that, it's fine.
Go on then.
But no, it's a good film, good songs. I don't know what else to say. I mean,
Don't argue
because
for
we've got the
him.
extra time.
Don't.
We got, No. We got the extra time of Ryan's thing. How strict are we being on the definition of a Disney princess?
Well, I'll get
we should
into
probably
that.
have got that out of the way.
Yeah, I think if Brandon will get into it, I'll let him get into it, but I think I know where he's going to go, and there may be some lists on the internet which are damning.
Because I will say there are official rules for being a Disney princess.
well,
is there?
There's an official list and there are official rules.
Well, we're about to get into it, aren't we? Let's fucking go. So,
Let's go.
A Disney princess, right? I was like, how can I make this as convoluted as possible? Now, here's the thing. The official 12 Disney princesses, I did a bit of research, there were actually some swapping and changing, right? There was an original
some have
12
stopped.
and then one or two things swapped. Tinkerbell used to be an official Disney princess. Then she got kicked out in favour of someone else.
I think it was Tiana.
It might have been
I think
Tiana.
Tiana
Tinkerbell
replaced
isn't a
Tinkerbell.
princess.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
She was.
No, she's a...
Tinkerbell was a Disney princess and then she wasn't.
Yeah, but as in, like, she's not a princess in the film.
I think
Right, no, the official rules for being a Disney princess...
Sorry, Brandon's going to go through it. Let Brandon go through it if he's going to...
Yeah,
he's gonna-
because
you-
the
are you gonna
rules
do it?
it don't actually matter. Because here's the thing, right? Got Disney character, yeah. Let's be honest, that's probably a good start. But there are official canon Disney princesses that aren't technically princess, right? Pocahontas, not a princess. She's a daughter of a tribal chieftain, so it's close. Not a princess.
Essentially
Belle
a princess.
was not a princess until she married into it. Whatever. Anyone could eventually possibly marry into it, but
Quite a few princesses become princesses that way.
but my point is,
We've quite literally got a queen now who married into it.
But my point being,
After
they weren't
some pretty major adultery.
Yeah, but they weren't born princess, right? It's due to arranged marriages and what have you. In fact, most of them, really, right? So anything can happen in the future, and maybe there's a character in a film that isn't technically a princess yet, but could be in the future. And maybe they're a princess in my heart. Now, I was originally, I haven't gone down this route, originally going to instead go down Kingdom Hearts. So, because that's Disney, but the only sort of convoluted option I had for that was Kairi, who is technically a princess of heart.
Yeah, I considered Kairi.
But I just don't think she's very good. So,
You fucking take that
Kairi,
back.
waste of time. Right.
Kairi's fantastic. She's like Nomura does her fucking dirty in those games. She is a much better character. They give her no time. They don't give her any chance to stand up for herself until the third one, and then it's only a fucking minor thing. And that is not on Kairi. That is on Nomura.
Well, yeah, so it takes, I was going to say 3 games with the side stuff and final Birth Boy prologue chapter 19.3 megamix. There's about 15 games you've got to get through before she does anything. Brilliant. So, instead, I've stuck with something that is in an official Disney movie, but maybe a somewhat unsung hero, but I think we will all agree is a real princess, if not a real queen. So I have gone with Edna Mode from The Incredibles. All right. And if anyone tries to challenge me that she's not a princess, I will physically fight you. Right. Absolutely pure fucking vibes. Right.
How does she fit in with any of the others?
Any of what?
it's not on the list. It's not on the list.
She's just a female character in a Disney film.
Female Disney character. She's a fucking champion, right? I've actually done some research on this and looked into it. Edna fucking Mode is a Disney princess. We all know it.
There are 4 rules, and I think we should list them off, and then Ryan will come around to you. The character must be human or human-like, in the case of Ariel and formerly Tinkerbell. Character must have a primary role in an animated Disney or Pixar film.
I'd say, yeah.
The character must not have been introduced in a sequel, which, Edna wasn't. She came in on the first.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
And 4, the character must have either been born royal, married royal, or have performed an act of heroism.
Yeah. I'd argue without Edna Mode, no one would have saved the day. She got him in the super suit, convinced Helen Parker to get back in the game. She's the real hero with the movie.
She didn't develop the suits that. No, actually, I can't say this point because she didn't develop the suits with the capes on because she said no capes because the capes killed.
Yeah, but she still developed those suits in the lore.
She made the
she made those
Incredibles
suits.
suits.
Trust me, I know that film word for word.
I know, mate,
I know the expanded universe lore. I know it. She made the suits. I promise you.
If she made the suits, that's the opposite of heroism. She killed the heroes.
Yeah, but you know that's fashion. Fashion kills everybody, mate.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Fashion's danger.
Yeah, better to die by the fashion than live without drip. Okay.
You've said a really hot take here, which is great. Like what you're playing on here is the fact that Edna Mode is awesome. Like, is a fantastic character in one of, if not the best pick. Oh wow, that's
the best Pixar film. It is.
Is it the best Pixar film? There's a lot of good Pixar films, Toy Story included.
It's definitely up there.
But
anyway,
it's good. Oh, it's amazing. The music's good and the characters are good. And Edna Mode is amazing. But Brandon, she is not a Disney princess.
Nope.
She's not a Disney princess.
Why not?
Because, well, first of all, Jack's rules that he just said.
No
heroism.
Tell me which of those rules are wrong.
She wasn't born into any royalty. She hasn't really done anything heroic herself. She just makes suits.
She doesn't have a primary role.
She absolutely has a primary role. Are you kidding me? If Edna Mode wasn't in that movie, right, the day wouldn't have been saved. Okay, everyone would have died.
No, there is a specific plot point in the first Incredibles which you can genuinely credit to Edna Mode. So
yes,
as much as I'm arguing, with my debating counterpart, he technically does have that because she's involved in a very important plot point. Like, the only reason they find the island is because they've got the inbuilt GPS trackers in the suits.
No, it isn't. No,
it is.
No.
It is.
No. Mr. Incredible finds the island because Mirage.
Mrs. Incredible, that's the girl.
Yeah, fine, but that's not how they found the island. Wasn't fucking.
Yeah, but without that, Mr.
Incredible's already there.
Women as usual.
Mr. Incredible's dead, and then that's the whole film fucked. And trust me,
he wasn't dead. He was crying. He would have found a way to get out. It's Mr. Incredible. He was just crying a bit.
That's the whole point of that third of the film, that he would have been fucked without his family. That's literally the point of the movie.
I think he would have got out. He's strong. He's a strong man.
So what you're saying is, Robert, that really deep down, a movie that's all about the power of friendship and family and working together is a load of bollocks, and instead we should all just fend for ourselves and
it's all about gains.
And dress uglily.
It's all about gains and being hench. So that's what it's about. But as cool as that is, Brandon, I'm sorry, that is not a Disney princess.
It's absolutely a Disney princess.
I just don't.
I mean, who's voting here, Brandon? I don't think you've won this one.
Although Ryan has given the weakest.
You're telling me that because Ryan went, she'll do. It's representation. Not seeing the film, I don't have a fucking clue who she is. I do backstory, and it's a character that we all know and love. Right, she should be a princess. Here, really,
because whoever we put through is going to lose at the next round.
It is pretty. That's I'm sorry, man. Like that, you've done a really good job trying to back that point, and I appreciate that more than Ryan's shit attempt at saying there's a princess called Tiana. She's pretty cool, though.
But at least Tiana is actually
this is a fucking joke. This is a fucking joke of a
The topic is Disney princess.
Crack on, load of bollocks. Outrageous. Oh yes, just go with whoever because of ethical issues. Brilliant. Siding with that.
She is a princess. She is actually a princess. Oh, actually, hold on.
Even Ryan's siding with me, and you going against
No, because I got too into it because The Incredibles is like such a peak movie.
You're playing on heartstrings because it is amazing.
Incredibles is a fantastic movie. Incredibles 2, also great, but Edna Mode is not a Disney princess. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's
I'm
not.
Gonna pick
She's
Mrs.
not.
Potato Head because
there are female characters from Disney movies that I would accept as on our own personal best Disney princess list that are not official Disney princesses. Edna Mode is not one of those characters.
I won't go into. I was about to ask who would you say, but we won't because I don't know who you or Rob have picked. So I guess to avoid that, so I won't go into that. So
good though.
Well, who's next then? Go on, what's your fucking
I mean, Princess Tiana wins.
Brilliant.
Princess Diana does win.
Brilliant.
I'm sorry,
Insert
man,
the
but very
fucking
good.
foghorn here, I guess. Brilliant.
Look, you picked a better character, I think, but not the best Disney princess.
Oh dear, brilliant. Okay, go on, Jack. I'll let you go next.
No, you
wanna
go,
go next?
because I need to find which tab.
Oh, don't do this, mate, because that's going to get vetoed as well. 7 words, mate. That's all it needs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be a princess.
Oh,
That's the best
I
princess.
knew it. I could literally see this coming.
Best princess.
Okay, see, I've never actually watched Brave.
So Brave is amazing. Princess Merida we're talking about here, who before we start anything was born into royalty from Queen Eleanor and King Fergus. Okay?
She's on the official list. She's actually has been added as an official list.
She's
on the
she's
official
brave.
list.
It says it in the name. She I say fends off bears. I mean, her mum turned into a bear. Spoiler. But you know, she does sort of fend him off. Her athleticism is amazing. She stands on horses shooting a bow, jumps off them shooting a bow. Crazy good. Really good climber. She's funny. I don't want to sound like I'm sort of falling for her because she's very young, but I'm sure when she gets older would be a rather attractive person. She's ginger. Can't beat a ginger. Great coloured hair. I'm not finished, Ryan. Give me a sec. Great coloured hair. And she's Scottish. And Scots are the best people. Are they the best in the UK?
Can we
Scots and
finish that
Irish
sentence,
sort of in there.
Commit to the bit. Come on.
Scots are top tier, and she is just amazing. Like the whole film is awesome as well. Like that whole film is great. The music's really good. I listened to an hour and a half of Disney music driving to Ryan's house today, and it was the Brave soundtrack that I had on the repeats when I was on my watch, not on my phone because I was driving. Just skipping past the songs, finding those songs, bangers, all of them. Fucking Princess Merida is the Disney princess, in my opinion.
God, I should probably watch Brave at some
It's
point.
really, it is actually,
is good.
jokes aside, it's good.
I've fallen off on Disney films because I'm not a child, but they are good.
Also,
I
if you
do need
don't
to
like
watch
your
them.
singy-songy stuff, Ryan, that's a good one.
No,
'cause there's not
I've-
that much singing in it.
I've seen Brave is good.
What's that? And the newest one, that Raya and the Last Dragon, actually looks really good, and I have not
So
seen it.
that's good. That is good. Not much singing in that either, actually. So there you go, pretty decent. That was a good one. That was quite nice, quite heartfelt. I like that one. So,
But I
They
just
all are.
really wanted to sound the nonce klaxon during that, just to warn the viewers that.
I don't even think we need to point it out anymore. Like, if Robert has to pick a female character, he's going to pick one that's underage.
it is a princess.
Surprised he didn't go for an anthropomorphic kind of fairy scenario princess.
No, I
He was going to go for the little ant from Bug's Life. The little princess
Oh
ant.
my god! How old is that? How old is
Dot.
Ants? That's
Princess Dot.
How old is that film? I can't even.
I mean,
That's got
not as old as Snow White or some of the other
hell.
Disney princess
Very,
films.
very, very quick aside. What do you prefer, Bug's Life or Ants?
Bug's Life.
Ooh, I think I prefer Bug's Life, but I watched Ants more.
Yeah, Ants is a phenomenal
kid.
film.
I'm not
I think
sure
I
I have an
preferred
answer
ants
to
as a
that
kid.
question, actually. I don't know.
Is that because you like them both, Brandon, or just?
I can't remember much about either, to be honest with you.
It's close. I think I appreciate Bug's Life more now because I can see that it is just a retelling of Seven Samurai.
What?
Which,
Yeah, it is.
that's what. It's a retelling of Seven Samurai. That's the whole thing with
You say
A Bug's
that
Life.
very matter of fact, as if that's how they advertised the fucking centuries-old Disney
It is
movie.
not.
Like,
But it is what the creators have said.
That's amazing.
Like,
wild.
explicitly that it is just Seven Samurai. And if you watch it, it is, like, beat for beat the Seven Samurai.
Wow.
Which is really
hell.
cool.
Only Jack would find that niche reference.
I mean, I love Kurosawa movies, so...
There you go. Anyway, Princess Merida. That's what I'm going for. So Jack, give us your best.
I mean, I had my usual struggles. My very first thought was Megara from Hercules, who is very possibly my first animated crush.
Oh, that's good. Is she princess?
Just the fucking hips and
Let's
stuff.
not sexualise Disney characters, please.
Yeah, but Megara of age, so how's that over anything that Robert and then I was like, well, I'm gonna have to go for something a bit weirder, a bit more interesting. I went for a strong, independent mother. She really does what she wants. I mean, I guess she's technically a queen, but she's, all queens were princesses. She had to get there. And so she's just fighting to protect her children, to get rid of the evil people that are invading their home.
Here we go.
And she has a lot of children. She's the alien queen from Aliens, which is now a Disney property.
What the fuck is this stupid
She's a
fucking
strong,
podcast?
independent woman, and she is protecting her children from the evil that is Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, but she's a queen, not a princess.
But she should be a princess. I mean, some of these princesses are now married and surely would be queens in the official list.
I don't want to give you shit for it, because the fact that you're like, yeah, it's Disney property now, it's such a shit but brilliant argument. I'm like, yeah, sure, Jack, you can have this one, mate.
We're allowing that, but not. Oh my god, I'm going to actually.
At least mine has a major point in the movie.
This fucking episode.
Let's just reel it back, Jack, because you read off what the official thing to be a princess is, and I think
She doesn't fit any
You
of
gave
those,
me shit.
but
You gave me so much shit for Edna fucking
When
mode, and then you bring in a fucking xenomorph.
when I thought of it, I couldn't not pick it. Like I said, if I hadn't thought of it, I would have gone with Bagheera or Mulan, because they're both fantastic. Mulan actually also just kills her enemy, which a lot of the other princesses don't kill enough. Cool. They should kill more.
That I agree with. Yes, there should be more murder in Disney movies, but go on.
But then I just thought about everything that Disney has bought recently, in the last few years, and owning Fox now, and she's perfect. She is what Disney princesses should aspire to be.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck it.
She's everything a little girl should aspire to be. If I have a daughter, I want the Xenomorph Queen to be her role model.
That says a lot.
Because I think she's a powerful woman. She's fighting for everything that she gets. She's dominating in a world just ruled by men, very violent colonial marines, and she's just destroying them. And really, there's only some bullshit at the end that Sigourney Weaver manages to pull off.
Yeah,
that brings her down.
Are the aliens?
But you know what? That's a story of strong women trying to pull each other down rather than build each other up.
Are the aliens in Alien? Do they have boy aliens? And obviously, there's the queen alien. But how many female aliens are there? Are there lots of them, or is it rare?
I assume that it's a hive. It's a hive. Yeah. So right. They're like ant bees, that sort of.
She's like the boss bitch,
style.
but there's others around.
Yeah, there's presumably an insect structure where there's one female, which is the queen, and then that's it. I think my alien lore isn't what it used to be. And it used to be quite a lot, because I pre-ordered Alien Colonial Marines, which tells you a fucking lot.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But
I've heard that's better now. There's been work done to it, and there are mods that make it playable. Which is better.
It's all been wiped out for his Incredibles lore that's now populating his head instead.
Yeah.
I ain't losing to a queen alien, by the way. That's bollocks.
If I played it safe, this podcast would be boring. I love Megara, but I couldn't pick her over the Xenomorph Queen.
It's computer skills vouchers all over again. Are you fucking joking me, mate? You are a fucking piss take. Are you serious?
Yeah, mate.
We have, to be fair, just given Brandon a lot of shit for picking what isn't a princess. And now we're going to
Xenomorph Queen actually has a proper role in the movie. And also,
the fuck are you on about?
Born into royalty as well, technically.
Yeah, she is royalty.
But she's not a princess. She's a queen.
She's
never a princess, though. First of all, it was just a queen because of weird insect classification. Also, it's a load of fucking shit. If you're putting an alien through and not Edna mode, I'm actually walking off. You can do the rest of the podcast.
I've got Ryan's vote, so it's down to you, Brandon.
No, absolutely fucking not. Merida's cool.
Right, so we go. What's our rule?
No, they have to fight.
When we have a draw?
They have to fight.
Who's going to win that fucking fight?
Fine. If they fight, then obviously a xenomorph is going to beat a fucking scutty. Well,
Merida's got a bow.
Actually, she has got a bow, and
the Xenomorph Queen is going to rip the head off of Merida.
You are fucking joking me right now. Are you serious?
She's going to lay eggs in Merida.
In all fairness, I would absolutely watch Alien versus Merida. Incredible.
An alien would
It would
win.
be better than Alien vs Predator, that's for fucking sure.
That was a shame.
What a shit show.
That was a shame.
Some hybrid Scottish xenomorph. I can't wait. So I'm losing to a fucking... Are you serious? Is this a joke?
I mean, if you can make the case that Merida would win against the xenomorph.
The Alien Queen did die by humans' hands. So
Yeah, but do you know how she died?
I ain't got a fucking clue, mate, but I know she died by human hands.
Give
So.
Merida one of them, like, loader mech things like the end of Alien, blast her out a fucking airlock. Yeah, Merida would do it. I would
To be fair, she
argue
could do
that I could see... You ever seen Merida and Sigourney Weaver in the same room, same time? No, I reckon it's the same person. So,
Merida has not been to space.
prove it.
And the only way that the xenomorphs have been really sort of killed reliably is by being flushed into the vacuum. That includes the Queen.
How do we
who's
know the
flushed into
xenomorphs will
vacuum.
survive in Scotland? They've never been to Scotland.
Yeah, you ever seen a xenomorph in Scotland? No, because get wiped out by
I mean,
Scottish
most of
princesses.
Scotland's like Glasgow, maybe not.
Pretty rural Scotland. So hard. I'd say hard living. So I don't think the xenomorph would be able to survive without the keen hunter instinct that Merida has.
You
on tap.
joking? Nah, this is
No.
fucking stupid, mate.
No, this is bullshit,
Yeah,
Ryan.
yeah,
This
it is
bullshit.
stupid. I agree with you, Ryan. This entire podcast's stupid. And it gets worse and worse.
I'm sorry, I think I've won here. I think I've won.
Yeah, Jack's won, clearly. Come on now. Don't be silly, boys. Don't be silly.
Fucking hell, it's going to be a long 2.5 hour drive back home after this, isn't it? So. Oh, what a load of bullshit. Fine, whatever. I've done my best. I tried my best to back me
Phenomenal.
girl.
Yeah, and it just wasn't good enough.
Fucking not good enough because you guys are bending the rules so much. I'm going to pick some random shite for the next topic that you pick and just sort of loosely relate it to it and then fight my case like a motherfucker.
I thought last time was going to be our saltiest one for a while, but
I feel sorry for Brandon now. I shout all over Brandon and I'm shitting all over you and this is going through it. What a load of bullshit.
I mean, the point is to win. We're not here to be friends. We're here to
So,
win.
speaking of absolute bullshit, it was, before we go on to the next round, it was my turn to do what we, I think, called Fact or Fucked.
That's a beautiful segue, mate. That's absolutely beautiful.
But I've kind of changed it this week very slightly because I was doing some research for the podcast as a very diligent host, as you might know that I am. And I found out that I was looking at Tinkerbell on Wikipedia, because who doesn't on a Friday afternoon. And wow. But yeah. And I found out that Tinkerbell has a lot of translations in various different languages, and a lot of the time they're rendered more or less, phonetically, but it can be replaced by a name that evokes her character, or one that refers to a bell or represents its sound. So this week's segment I'm going to call A Tink Between Worlds. That's a very funny Legend of Zelda joke because it's the release day. Very funny. So I'm going to...
We're relevant.
Yeah, very relevant. And I'm going to try and pronounce some of these Tinkerbell in other languages, and I want you to guess the language. So,
I like that. I like
this. This is good.
right. So there's quite a lot of options for the first one. We've got Glitzka Clang, Nasservice, and Kling Clang. What language are all those representative for
It's got
the
to be
words?
German, right?
German. I would say German.
Yeah, they sound either German or Dutch.
Yes.
Dutch is a fucking weird language.
Congratulations. That was all the options for German for Tinkerbell. Next up, we have...
Go on, mate.
oh no, why did I choose to do this?
It's really a test of your pronunciation.
It's really bad.
The Duolingo L appears in the background.
Another easy one. I promise this isn't racist. It's how it's meant to be said. A Tinkerberu.
That's definitely
That'd be Japanese,
definitely
son.
French.
I think that's just how you say it normally, Ryan, to be honest. I think that's just you.
And that is Tinkerberu in Japanese.
The Nihon.
Yes. Now, I quickly just need to check what this means or translates to in the language so I don't mispronounce it.
He's not accidentally saying a slur in another language.
So it's Uk Sarong.
Say it again.
Uk Sarong.
You put
Is
a
that
lot of
French?
French sort of
That's
vibe on
French.
Let me listen to that again. Uk Sarong.
Onk sarong. I mean, that's not French. Onk sarong. Oh, that's hard. Say again.
Uk Sarong.
And you're saying that now as it's saying it to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Like that.
As close
sound French.
as I can do after a couple of beers.
Onk sarong. Any ideas, guys? That don't sound French anymore.
It's within the European Union, I think.
The I think is a bold finished.
Is it Scandinavian?
Nope. One more guess. That's all you get.
It's not French.
Nope.
It's in the European Union.
5 seconds.
I've completely gone blank on
It
all
is
EU
in
countries.
fact-
That's Spanish.
Nope. It
No,
is
Finnish.
It's Lithuanian, and roughly translated, it means golden hands. So there you.
Why are you going like you would ever have got
Because
Lithuania?
we've been there. We've been there, and they say it all the time.
And we watched Peter Pan as well. I can't believe it.
Right. I'm
Sarong.
going to have to get Google Translate to say this because there's fucking no way I'm saying
No,
this.
no, that's not the game, mate. You have to say it. Come
Mate,
on.
this is going to butcher it, and I'm going to feel
These
bad
are your
about
own rules you're trying to break. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Blash, I need the I can't even say.
Yes. Yeah. No. Finish it. Finish it.
Do it again.
Let me listen to it a few more times.
There's a lot of words there for just Tinkerbell.
Blash, Vanny, de Vuja, Van Check.
It's Scandinavian. I'm Swedish.
Yeah?
Getting
No.
big Swedish chef vibes from that.
I'm thinking it's more like
You said van.
Russian or Polish.
It sounds.
it's
I would go
Eastern.
Polish. Go. Say it again.
No.
Nick, come on. You got to say it one more time. Third time's charm.
Well, so
Blash, I need
we've
the
got some.
Vuja there.
It's former USSR, definitely.
I'll go Polish. I'm going to go Polish.
All right, I'll go Russian or Russian
It
speaking.
is, in fact, Polish. So well done, Robert.
Okay.
And in
Nice.
Polish, that means tinker. So there we go. That's this week's edition of Fact or Fuck, called A Tink Between Worlds.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you for not doing Chinese, because if I couldn't recognise the sound of Chinese, my partner would probably kill me.
Oh.
I was going to call it Two in the Tink, but that's a really poor joke.
You got it in there, though. You brought it back in.
Because I thought it was funny after 4
I
hours
like
of sleep
that.
today.
It's very good.
There you go.
2 in the tink, 1 in the
Yeah, you don't.
Barrel.
Yeah.
twink. That was good. I enjoyed that a lot. That was quite fun.
On to the next bracket, I guess, boys.
Oh my god.
I think we had go just Russian speaking while I'm thinking of it, because I need to go to a doctor and maybe get some sort of diagnosis, because my brain jumps around all over the place when I get these things. But has anyone seen the knockoff Russian Harry Potter? We should definitely watch that sometime and record it and put it out,
No, what is.
because it's really bad. It's I'll have to find out what it's called, but it's really fucking bad. It's like bad CGI.
Does he have a gun?
It's like a full movie. Yeah, at some point they go and try and like take down the West, basically. It's really fucking good.
Dobby got a Glock.
I'll have to look it up, and we'll come back to it next time. But that was just while I think about it.
I've not heard of this, but in a somewhat similar fashion, you know how I'm a big fan of on TikTok where they get the AI generated versions of like movies for stuff. So there was the big one going around, was all like the fashion versions, so they're all like Balenciaga of stuff. But there is a latest one that came out I saw earlier.
Yes,
And they're all jacked, and it was Harry Squatter.
Sir, he squat the forbidden weight. Oh my god, nothing is better than seeing an absolutely jacked Dobby. I'm like, what the fuck
so
is this?
good.
This is crazy.
It's so good.
You've got a new kink unlocked for Robert.
What's it called? That trend, Brandon? Is it called something? Because obviously we have Balenciaga, but what's this? Because I don't know what it's called. I can never
I think it was like Harry's. Well, that one they definitely called him Harry Squatter, and they were big on the squat rack. So maybe that, I don't know.
Oh my god,
jacked one. The Balenciaga was brilliant, but
it was good.
My
Balenciaga
god,
was amazing. That was very good. God, jeez, good reference. I like that. TikTok. It's like a recent TikTok news thing at the moment. I like this. We should do this.
We should.
There's all sorts of random shite going on.
yeah, because I bet everyone's TikToks. There'll be some overlap, but I reckon it's all very different as well.
Oh, is the For You page that different? Is it?
I reckon so. I reckon there'll be
everyone
overlap.
doesn't see Rufus Rice? How does everyone not see that?
I mean, it's literally just cooking and then occasionally really horny shit on my TikTok, and that's it.
Animals, and then every so often it throws in something like the piss wizard, which...
Oh, man, that's not right. That ain't right.
Is it? Is it not? Or is
we're
it
not,
just
we're
so
not,
wrong
we're not
it's right?
discussing the piss wizard on this week's episode. Can we get on to the next bracket, please?
Does he not call himself the Pissard? Or is that not what
Pissard.
Is that...
No, he calls himself the wizard, but it's spelled like whiz, as in to go for a whiz.
Both clever.
King Gizzard and the Pissard Wizard.
Pissard Wizard. Very, very different porn parody there. Nice. Right, I guess we're going to the last round then.
Please,
I
please
can't
take
believe
me
it.
there.
So the bracket is Tiana versus the Alien Queen, and I don't know about you, Rob. I'm considering boycotting this episode and just not voting. I think we should
100%.
go on strike. This is ridiculous. How have we got here?
100% because of the shit that I got from the Marvel episode, from not backing my choice, and then also Jack pulling something out of his arse, and that is ridiculous.
At least
Utterly
vote for the
ridiculous.
actual Disney princess, boys. It's a very clear battle.
If we don't vote, mate, it's a tie.
That's
so
it.
what's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
happen is the fucking xenomorph is going to obviously kill
Yeah.
Princess
So you've got to choose
Tiana.
my
So
pick.
it's not going to... This is ridiculous.
I don't want to vote. This is absurd. This is stupid.
Do you really want to say no? Just think, Google the Alien Queen, look at her face. Could you say no to that?
Safe search off, boys. Come on.
Safe search off.
Alien, because
Right, I'm actually
is it
going to
actually
Google
called
that now. I
Alien
want to see if
Queen,
there's
or is
stuff.
it, or is it called
Well, she's Xenomorph Queen, I
Her
think.
friends call her Susie.
Susie? It's me. I found this. Is this what you mean? Like, I don't think you can see this. Can you see that?
Oh, no.
Yes,
Oh, is she getting
please.
noshed off? Oh.
Oh, she is. I didn't even see that.
There you go. Interesting looking queen there. I
This
don't
is
understand what-
that's
great
the,
as an
the
audio
episode
only
art.
podcast as well. So you let your mind's eye
We'll put it as
wander.
the episode art.
Put that on the Instagram.
It's fine, we'll put it as the
Put
episode
that on the
art.
Instagram, which is what, Ryan?
It's at Best Butties Pod, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
There you go. Sorted. Or you could email your horny xenomorph photos. And what would that be to, Jack?
bestbuddiespod@gmail.com.
Sweet as a nut.
So does that
Look at
mean I've
time.
won?
No,
there's
hold
no
on.
quiz
Hold the
one.
fucking phone, mate. Hold the phone.
Everyone has lost this episode.
Very much so.
Mostly the listeners. This is.
We have to have a winner.
I don't think
The
we
problem.
do.
We do.
Well, what do we do? Because fucking Christ. Okay. That's actually genius. Jack has just posted a brilliant picture of. Actually, wait, is that supposed to look like Belle? Or is that supposed to. Yeah, that's Belle.
I mean, it's
right?
just the Queen in a dress.
God. I think if we don't vote, Brandon, as much as we don't want to vote, it's going to have to go to the Xenomorph because she would definitely beat
I don't know, man.
Princess Tiana.
I just don't know.
I think it's gonna. Oh my god.
It's the only choice.
Yeah. I can't. Oh god, it's really crap because Princess Tiana is actually amazing, and if there was actually a case there from Ryan,
There was a case. I gave you a very succinct case.
succinct case. Bloody hell, that's a joke. Like it is amazing. Succinct.
Yeah.
Mate, you just said that she's a princess.
I said that it was the first black representation of a Disney princess, which I think is a very good argument.
Okay, and mine is the first
Get
alien
out,
representation.
get out. It's like that's basically like screaming "Blue Lives Matter" and you know it. Get that shit out of it.
I don't know what you'll do, Brandon. I'm not gonna vote.
I am voting. No,
Oh,
I'm going on
no.
strike. This is absurd.
Then that means
Right.
That doesn't.
Xenomorph Queen wins
mean
by
that Jack
bloodbath.
I am losing my shit over this because this should have been my 5th win. Bullshit.
Oh, you're losing your shit over this, Ryan. When me and Brandon come, Brandon came with something that wasn't a princess, but at least backed his corner, and then I come with an actual princess that's decent, and you fucking vote for a xenomorph. It's not even a. What the fuck is this? What is this?
So good.
I'm sat on the bedroom floor.
It doesn't matter how you win as long as you win.
Ridiculous. So what? Do we just give it to Jack?
No. If you don't vote, that doesn't mean Jack wins because it's not a tie. It's a strike. It's a strike. That does not count as a draw.
That is a tie.
This is
No,
not
we're
a
on
tie.
What are the
strike.
scores
No.
on the doors?
No.
Not a tie.
What are the scores on the
Here's
doors?
the thing, right? And now, realistically, we probably won't get a reply. I think me and Rob go on strike and we actually have to postpone it and see what the viewers think of this and they vote, which includes mine and Rob's option, by the way, because this is just stupid. And I think we should then have a reveal of what the votes come back with next episode.
We should.
I don't think we have enough
Ed,
listeners to pull that
Ed,
off.
if you're listening, I'll buy you a pint. I will literally buy you as many pints as you
You
want to
wanna
vote for me.
We could ask Ed.
Oh, we could.
choice.
Because
But we have to ask him his choice.
That's not fair. You guys are there.
No,
We'll film it. We'll
just
film
like-
it.
Or
He's not impartial.
or the alternative is I ain't ringing my mum again. I've already done that. I ain't ringing mum for this. You ring one of your mums.
My
and do
mum's
it.
in bed. It's 10 o'clock, mate.
Okay,
It's 10 o'clock.
we need
Or
to late one.
we just ask Ed. He's our number one listener at the moment. Well, that we can
One
see.
of one,
He's
yeah.
the one that listens all the time. We'll be impartial, Jack and Brandon. Like, I'll make sure it's impartial. Don't you fucking worry about that.
Or
'cause I have
maybe
some bullshit
we
fucking
get a
thing.
little sample size of we ask loads of people tomorrow, just random people.
Do a vox pop, record
Yeah.
it, and we can edit it in. Like, not just friends, just out of everyone.
Ryan, if you had to go up to random people in the street and ask them what their favourite princess was, I think you'd shrivel up and die, mate.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have
A few drinks in, do
I've
it.
got to have a few pints tomorrow. I'll be fine.
We'll go to the pizza place and ask him.
Mate.
loves
Give
us.
him the list. My hero. I think he should win, actually. The dude
Yeah.
who runs
I
that
think-
pizza shop.
Yeah.
I think this is what we've got to do now. We've got to do a vox pop. You've got to go out on the streets, you two. Streets of London.
Oh my
Get
god.
the people's voice.
Yeah.
And ask them what the best of 4 princesses. If we don't do that, we'll put it on our Instagrams as a poll because I'm pretty sure we'll get replies.
Yeah, do that. Because
Because we could all do
We'll find a
that.
way of doing
So
we could
does
all
that
do
mean
that.
we've not got an episode for next week?
Well, Jack can pick the next.
That's
I think Jack
bullshit.
can pick the next category.
100% bullshit. But
Well, he's not picked for ages, so give it to Jack to pick category.
Yeah, sure. That's a pity win. I'll take
That's
that
not
for
a win.
now.
You've not won anything.
You say he's not picked for ages, but that's because Ryan just picks every week because he's won about 4. So we've all.
Well, how do we pick it then?
I've got a good one that I've been thinking about for a while. But Ryan, if you've got one you're really passionate about, you feel free.
Okay, or roll a d4, and then whoever it lands on, that's who he picks.
Ooh, I like that.
Because I've got
I
one as
like
well.
that.
So
I like
I've got
that.
one as well.
My dice are all over the other side of the room.
I'd accept roll a d4
Yeah,
to see
accept
who the
that.
fucking winner of this podcast is at this point. 'Cause this is.
Do you want me to go? Shall I go and get a dice, or has someone got one near them?
Go on, Jack. You're the nerdiest out of all of us. So
That's rude and probably untrue.
Who do you think
Okay,
the
cool.
nerdiest is, Ryan? Who do you?
It depends. We've all got our little subgenre of nerdiness, haven't we? Like, Rob's a nunce. I like Xenoblade too much.
Hold the fucking phone, mate. Don't make this canon. I'm not an aunt.
It is canon now.
You're a furry nonce, aren't you?
Oh my god. Jesus.
Right, sorry, I just had to. Because I don't use real dice anymore, because we still don't play in person.
So it'll be Brandon as 1, Jack as 2, me as 3, Ryan as 4.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's fucking rigged.
And we're officially saying then that we're going to put a poll up for you guys. So everyone listening to this podcast, check out Instagram, either our at Best Butties Pod Instagram or any of our individual Instagrams as well.
Yeah.
We never said our individual Instagram handles. I won't force people to say it, but if you want
I don't know mine.
Well, good point, actually. I don't know mine. I think it's at rhayden365. You can follow me there, and that's mine.
All right.
So
I've got a dice cam.
oh, he's put the dice cams on. But yeah, you guys will pick. Go on, Brandon. So you going to say something?
I was going to say,
shakes.
to be honest, I wouldn't bother following mine. All it is just when I buy a car and there's nothing else. So
I was going to say, I don't post to mine, but if you want to follow on Instagram, follow at fluffballbao, fluffball BAO, the Chinese word for bread, bao, because that's my partner, where my partner puts all her guinea pig pictures.
Oh, okay.
And,
That's
that's
a good
cute.
shout.
you should,
That's
yeah,
cute.
rad. You go and follow
Or
that.
at The Rock.
He needs to follow.
Am I rolling this dice?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on then,
right.
go on then.
So once again, well,
You fucking boys, let's go.
That's
I'll
wrong.
allow it.
That doesn't
allow it.
count as a win. That's just a
Yes,
fucking
it does.
choosing.
No, but it is me.
That-
It's your boy.
that's the quality of a fucking win this episode deserves. So, Robert, what? Well, I guess
It's not a
it's
win.
not a win, but
And
you're choosing the. So you're
our
choosing the
topic-
topic, and then the people will make their vote.
I
But
am, and I'm finally going to pick something I've wanted to talk about for fucking ages. I'm picking vehicles.
that was going to be mine, so
Vehicle.
I sort of win.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
high
yeah.
five, brother. High five, brother. We're going for vehicle. There's your word.
If you choose a fucking
He's-
thing that's sunk, I am destroying you again.
Yeah, so it's blown up or doesn't work. And don't pick some bullshit like apple juice because some bullshit reason why it's related
That's
to a
the
vehicle.
point. That's literally the point of the podcast.
I already had my answer because I was thinking about this, so I'll go right now.
Oh,
Brilliant.
perfect. There you go. Vehicle.
Literally the point.
Yeah, but when I fucking do it, I get shat on Edna mode for fucking.
Something about Goku being robbed or something. Right.
Oh, and Discworld.
And computers for schools vouchers. Jesus. What are they
that was
Well,
shit,
man,
you
that
know,
was-
it was
that was
shit.
shit.
Okay, awesome. There we go. So next episode is vehicle. We haven't got a winner this episode. This will be the listeners' episode to decide who won with the best Disney princess, which is either Edna Mode, fucking the Queen's Xenomorph.
No.
Princess Mary,
It's
the
between
right
two.
answer.
It's
No,
between two.
because it's going
Oh,
to be
you're doing
wrapped
all
up
four.
before that.
You do two.
It's got to be between the ones that actually came
Absolutely
through. Come on.
fucking not. No, all four.
No, you
Yeah,
lost.
you lost.
You lost.
You two
I lost.
lost.
We both lost through bullshit.
There.
We all know.
It doesn't matter. You lost.
We got through to the final, so that's who the people
Now
choose.
you know how I feel when Toy Story beats
Yeah,
fucking
it
Discworld. Come
sounds
on,
to me
you
like
lost.
you're worried about what the public's going to say. Jack, sounds like you're scared
No,
of
I'm not
the
worried at
people's
all.
opinion.
I'm just saying, you've already lost.
We'll find out on the poll, won't we? We'll find out.
No.
All right, but what I think we should is we don't ask people to vote now because you guys are going out to do your Vox Pop, and then we'll edit it into the end of the episode.
We're not, because I'm editing this, mate, so fucking nowhere.
We will get an answer. But I agree with Brandon. It should be all four, not just two.
Well, of course you do, because you two are losers. You're going to team up.
But we both got severely shit on through nonsense this episode, and
I did shit on you, Brandon. Though I feel kind of partial to
Exactly,
blame
you
the
are
shit.
technically part of the
You lost.
problem, but here we are.
You lost.
Come
You
on,
lost.
let's avoid the post-match analysis. Let's fucking
Right,
end it.
at Best Buddies Pod, at Fluffball Bow, at... No, wait, the other one is the email that doesn't start with an at. That's bestbuddiespod@gmail.com.
I don't think you're going to get loads of people that are going to be commenting, yeah, Queen Xenomorph all over your wonderful girlfriends. Post about guinea pigs.
Yeah, fucking do it.
Please
Why
do.
not? Engagement. All engagement is good engagement. If you want us to advertise something on the podcast, get in touch and send us 20 quid and we'll probably do that. We haven't spoken about that, but that seems like a good
I'd
idea.
do it for less,
Sure.
but yeah.
We'd do anything.
I'd do a lot for
Or you can
20
email our
quid.
business email, which is bestbuddiespod@gmail.com. So go for it.
Just, we'll advertise the army.
We won't.
all of the
won't.
stuff.
Veto.
So we do
it.
Squarespace
That's, I mean,
first.
when you're listening to podcasts, that's usually what comes up. And it's like, this is...
Ryan, how much money would it cost for you to advertise the army on the podcast?
At least 4 figures.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh, right.
High roller.
I mean, ethically, I wouldn't want to do it, but...
Fair play. 4 figures. Not even
20
3.
quid, 20 quid's 20 quid,
£100 is a lot of money for 4 people that have done something as a bit of a laugh.
Do you know what
So-
4 figures is, Robert?
What?
Bye.
No, yeah, I know what 4 figures is. Hold on. No.
Bye.
No, bye. The listeners can imagine that. Goodbye. I'm stopping
Okay,
recording.
bye.
Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to the epilogue with me, Ryan. It's been a few days since we recorded the podcast and I've got some updates for you all. Me, Robert and our dear and only listener, Ed, went out for a drink for my birthday. We did not, in fact, ask Ed what his thoughts on Princess Tiana versus the Xenomorph Queen were, because we'd had a little bit too much to drink. We also did not record a Vox Pop at that time, partially because I'm a socially awkward mess, and because of the aforementioned drinking. So, at this time, we're going to be asking Brandon and Rob to think about what they think of Tiana versus the Xenomorph Queen and get back to us on the next episode. So, for now, thank you, Godspeed, and enjoy your week. Lots of love. Best Butties. 3 kisses.
I got a stick. Ooh, I got a stick. I got a stick.